No intro. We are running late. How is everybody doing? This is the Uncanny Omar from Near Mint Condition, the home of collected editions. And join me, or even myself, a surprise stream with my buddy Dom of X. How's it going, Dom?
How's it going, everybody? Dom Vex. I help Omar out with the channel and also help out in weird times like this where we're talking about DC solicitations on the hand and on the fly, but I'm glad to be here. Glad to be drinking some 2% milk with a Pikachu mug, and happy to be here.
And at the last minute, because no one else would pick up the phone, the adorable, I'm just kidding, Jess, the guy I can count on to pick up the phone every time. And he's joining us. OmniDog, how's it going, buddy?
Good. Thank you for having me. I'm OmniDog from OmniDog's Vault, and I am drinking coffee out of my Cinderella mug. So, all good.
Like a true result. So, normally I have done these pre-recorded for years. If you're on Patreon, they go live the night before. But DC is kind of a it's a wild card at times. Sometimes they send us a list. I remember one time, I told Dom this story. I got up at 2 o'clock in the morning and I got an email from them. And I was like, oh, I guess I need to go downstairs and record before my Saturday stream. So they're completely unexpected. And this time they literally just sent the solicits and we had to put some things together. There were some things that were missing. So big shout out to Dom for helping with all of that. So that's what we're going to be doing today, is looking at the DC June 2025 solicitations, and not the full catalog. Full catalog should be done by next week. I think by the 28th, 29th, we should be seeing everything. And then by the beginning of April is when the entire catalog is out. And as you all know, I love to do a live stream of every single book with my friends. These two guys probably will be there. So, yeah.
What? Where will we be?
I don't know. Oh, no. This isn't the full catalog. Don't get this mistaken with the full catalog. This is the June 2025 solicitations. The full catalog isn't finished yet. And when you're going to see some of the books in here, you're going to see why it's probably not finished, because I think it's like last minute decisions being made, including some page changes. I think it just one of the things they changed was the page count to shade the Changing Man, which makes sense because it was just too big of a book to have a volume 2.
Also got downsized to $125 for those who aren't wondering. So
yeah, so they do that. And remember, when it's in the catalog, it's kind of the Wild West. Sometimes they cancel things, sometimes they add things, sometimes they go from trade paperback to hardcovers. We've seen some things that still have never shown up. Man of Steel Omnibus, Bill Wellingham, Robin Omnibus, the
Absolute Adam Hughes.
Oh gosh,
That's still on my wish list from 2019. I'm not taking it off.
Absolute Fables. That's one of my favorite stories. We went to go tell it was coming and he was almost in tears. He was like, "Are you serious?" And I'm like, "Yeah, man, it's in the catalog. It's coming, baby." I'm so glad I did not have to see his face when it got canceled. But just keep that in mind when it's in the catalog. When it's in solicits, like we're looking at today, it is one step closer to your hand. I always like to remind people of that. All right. Yes, we usually do this live, but because we get them, then like we would normally they send them on like Thursday afternoon where we have enough time to record it. And Dom's been doing a killer job of doing that recently, but we just got this about an hour ago and we wanted to go ahead and we'll do it live.
There's some
good books that are some that are being reprinted, and some new books that people have been anticipating. All right, Dom, let's go ahead and go.
Let me go ahead and share my screen with all of you folks if I can find. There we go. The first book that we're going to be talking about today is The Death of Superman, Absolute Edition by none other than Jurgens, Simonson, Ordway, Stern, Gromit, Butch Geist, and the whole crew. This is $150. I don't know why there's a direct market edition and $125 for the. Go ahead, sorry.
Oh, no. Can you make it a little bigger, please?
Yes, I can.
For the people in the back, for the people that can't see, a little more, so we can look at the content.
How's that?
That's a little better. Jess, you good with that?
Just a sec.
Yeah.
Okay, we're good. So it looks like the design is really cool because it has the black armband that you would get in the Superman 75 comic. That's really slick. I'm really loving the designs of these absolute editions. I love that. I'm gonna have to buy this stupid book. I don't know how. I don't even like the story, man. But I'm a sucker for beautiful books, and I love. I'm an idiot. I don't know how many of my viewers have won Omnis and trade paperbacks, and oh my god, of this stupid story. But yeah, I'm gonna get this one. I'm excited for it. Yes, I keep buying the same book. I don't ever want to hear people complaining about double dipping. I think this is the 8th time I'm buying this damn thing. All right, Dom. So you said there's going to be 2 covers, huh?
Yeah, there will be. This is the regular market cover. We did not get an image of the direct market, so I wonder
if the direct market cover will have. Why is the direct market 150 and the standard 125? That's why I was wondering. Maybe the armband is for the direct market and the standard.
So it says here in the solicitation that the direct market edition, there's like let's see, for the direct market edition, standard edition is held with a Superman tombstone, a recreation of the famous cover with an openable hatch to bury the book, and also limited to 1993 copies to celebrate the 1993 day with
Wait,
you get a Dan Jurgens signature too, folks. So if you get it, it's only $150. There are only 1,993 out there, but you get your pre-orders in, maybe you can get it. So,
way to FOMO me. Well done, DC. I'm gonna go after that direct market. I'm such an idiot. So it's limited to 1,993 copies.
You are correct.
But it's $25 more, which it makes sense if they're doing something extra fancy with it. 424 pages. That is ridiculous. We're all going to be fighting for that thing. Stop the video. Clip this part. Don't let anybody else know that it's limited. I don't need Jess and his bots to buy up 1,000 copies.
Woo! Let's go, Jess.
Wait a second. Now, Kane just came in with the actually here. Should have been limited to 1992 copies. The Death issue came out November 1992.
Actually,
but it had a release date, I think, of January.
Yeah.
I think that's
the cover day. Yeah.
All right, Dom. What's the next book, buddy?
All right, the next book, to all of those might be wondering, is none other than Batman by Tom King, the omnibus that people have been asking for. I think for the last 5 years, if I can pinpoint correctly.
This is the #1 most wanted DC omnibus and has been for like 3 years, which is crazy.
According to the Omnibus Collectors Reddit and other places such as Near Mint Condition, 125, 984, on sale on the 19th of August. Batman Rebirth 1, Batman 1 through 32, which is different from what we got on the Penguin Random House, so we'll have to see if that conflicts with anything. Elmer Fudd Special 1, Detective Comics 941, 942, and Nightwing 5 through 6 as part of the Monster Men crossover, Flash 21 through 22, which is part of the Button crossover, and Good Boy from Batman Annual #1, featuring a brand new introduction by Tom King. This is clearly not the cover. As you can see, it is a David Finch one, so we will get that replaced as soon, whenever we get that. And a never before seen material as well. So
now the cover that's been going around in the catalog looks like a sketch by Clay Mann. So I assume that's going to be the finished cover. Doug, this is a good question. Keep the deluxes, get the Omni. Keep the deluxes, get the Omni. If you're a completist, the omnibus does have the Flash 21 and 22, which is the Button storyline. And it's got Detective Comics 941 and 942 and Nightwing 5 and 6, which is, Dom said, it's Night of the Monster Men crossover. Those are not collected in the deluxe hardcovers. Now, if you have the Flash hardcovers and you have the Nightwing hardcovers and you have the Batman hardcovers by Tom King, then you do have it. The Elmer Fudd Special, was that in the 3rd hardcover? I thought it was in the 4th. Okay.
4th.
I can't remember, but this collects issues 1 through 32, $150, 1,008 pages. No mention of a direct market cover, but sometimes they throw that in at the last minute.
Wait, that says 125.
This is the Penguin Random House information.
What I'm looking
which
at,
is right.
Oh, what are you looking at?
From DC, it says $150 from the solicits. Yeah, and what's the page count you have, Dom? Because I got 1,008 pages.
I got 984 because they just switched that Yeah, 2 days ago on Penguin.
Okay. Well, if it's 984, then it's probably going to be 125. I don't know. I'm never mind. I'm not going to go on record and say how much something's going to be. Then I'm going to get my ass chewed out later. That is.
We did. I will add, like, for example, the Archer's Quest omnibus for Green Arrow. It got switched out like a month before to $125 instead of $100. So these things change periodically with pages and price count. Like, it's crazy.
Okay.
I'm gonna keep the deluxes. I already have Night of the Monster Men for some weird reason.
So the Elmer Fudd was not in the deluxes. Where did I?
No, it was in the DC Looney Tunes book, and then they're releasing a deluxe of it too, right?
Which comes out next month.
Batman Elmer Fudd.
Yep.
Which I have in Looney Tunes, so I might get this just to support Tom King or DC or Batman, but they don't need my support, so I'm just keeping my deluxe.
I was like, support Tom King. Does he need money?
He doesn't need support.
That we don't know about Tom King.
I like the guy, but he doesn't need my support.
We'll quote him on that. James, clip that.
But I'm happy to see this. It's only been the #1 requested book forever.
Well, it's important for people that just got into like collected editions maybe about 2-3 years ago, because a lot of the deluxe editions are out of print. And remember, the deluxe editions is where we saw the first time that DC had changed its paper stock, because like the first 3 were using that thick glossy paper, and then when they got to the 4th and 5th, they changed it to that new paper stock that they're using. So, I'm glad that this is coming out, because it makes a lot of people happy. I have my ups and downs with it. Ups and downs.
Same here.
Yeah, mostly ups for me. I loved it.
So new Batman reading order coming soon. Whew, that last one was rough. Maybe I'll have to split it into 5 parts. Some of those deluxes are worth a lot of money now. Yeah, I believe it.
Oh, they are? Okay, now I'm selling them.
No, I think it's like 4 and 5, maybe. I don't know. Watch you sell 4 and 5, and they never release an album.
I know.
Because you did that karma, baby.
3 and 4 were some of my favorite Batman books. The deluxes 3 and 4. I just loved the stories in those 2 books.
If I had to put a finger on it, I think the material right before the wedding, some of my favorite Bat stuff ever.
Yeah.
So I have a lot of ups and downs with, like, I was following this run in singles. This was the first run that I bought with like my own money. I just said like, hey, there's a Batman book that's coming out. Nobody else needs to buy it for me. So I bought it at the comic shop on it was coming out twice a month. Yeah, I had this is a love-hate relationship with me in the run, but I'm happy it exists, and I'm happy it exists for all the folks who want to buy it.
All right. What's next, Dom? This one's on sale August 19th. Unless, of course, delays. But
this is another one that I think we might have like conflict on, because what they sent us is different from PRH. But we do have Batman Detective Comics by Mariko Tamaki Omni. I think the official solicitations they sent us said 150, but Penguin currently has it at 125. 1,000 pages of content coming out on the 19th of August. This is going to collect 1,027, 1,034 to 61. Annual #1 from 2021 for Detective Comics, Secret Files Huntress, Future State Dark Detective, along with Batman 1 Bad Day Two-Face, and Tales from Secret Files #3 for Batman, and Black and White #5. All new cover by Dan Moore as well.
Ooh.
I had a lot of fun with this run. I don't know if you guys have read it, but the first half is definitely stronger for me than when Dan Mora leaves the book. I also kind of felt like my spirit left with reading this as well. But it's the best Huntress stuff that I think we've gotten in quite a while. It's also one of my overall favorite Batman runs post Rebirth. So
now it starts with 1034. Peter Tomasi's Detective Comics ends with 1033, and then so we'll have Rise and Fall of the Batman Detective Comics by Tynion, and then Batman Detective Comics by Peter Tomasi, and then this, meaning that I think the only thing that has not been collected in omnibus format And please correct me if I'm wrong. Is Detective Comics 10? Is it 1017? The one that was not in the Peter Tomasi omnibus?
Yeah. The Taylor one shot hasn't been collected, and neither has the James Robinson run that came right before Tomasi got on.
Oh, okay. I wonder if they'll do
The one that went with Batman and the Outsiders. The James Robbins.
No. Batman and the Outsiders was written by Brian Hill and Dexter Soy illustrated. That was a completely different run.
But wasn't there a collection of detective that led into the Outsiders?
That's probably it. The Detective Comics by.
Okay,
but that happened like right before Peter Tomasi took over.
Yeah. It's like right after Tynan and right before Tomasi got on in 993, I think. 993, 992, somewhere around there.
So if you're looking at the reading order, it goes Rise and Fall of Batman, Detective Comics by Peter Tomasi Omnibus, and then the Mariko Tamaki. If you're following Detective Comics only. Of course, there's also Batman by James Tynion and now Batman by Tom King. Absolute Universe's placement kind of confuses me because it's like Earth Alpha, the real center of the multiverse.
Did you just glitch out, or was that me?
That was you for a second. You were frozen. You're okay now?
Oh, yeah. I want to solve this question.
Dude, I'm glad your back is involving, brother. Thank you. For the super.
Okay, Batman Detective Comics on the outside. It's by Hill. You're right. It's wait, let me just contribute something to this stream.
Do you have the Ron V books? Where do you have the Ron V books?
982 through 987. So where's that go?
That would go after the
This
Rise.
is the one that leads into Batman and the Outsiders.
Yeah, so that's the one that happens after the Rise and Fall of the Batman.
Right. Okay, that's what I thought.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you so much. Loving the 10 hair curl. Thank you. Oh, sure. Do a live stream while I'm trying to catch up on pro wrestling. We'll be around later. We'll be around always, John. This stream won't. Deleting it as soon as we go. No, I'm just kidding. They'll probably make a detective by Tom Taylor once his current run finishes. Is he on the detective right now?
He's currently on we talked about this on the Absolute Kickoff stream, or Absolute University Kickoff stream a couple of months ago, Omar, which was 7 months ago.
Was I there?
Yeah, you were there.
Oh yeah, I remember.
McKellianen is illustrating the book.
I remember everything. Okay. What is next, my friend?
What is next on the catalog? I will add for the 1027. A whole bunch of people had stories in there because they did because Batman made his anniversary or made his first appearance right in Detective 120 or 27. So 1,000 issues later, you got to have an anniversary issue of it. Anyways, one that a lot of people I guess have been wanting as well. Knightfall Omnibus Volume 3, which is Night's End 2025 edition of it, $100, 896 pages. This is going to collect Batman 509 to 510 and 512 to 515, Legends of the Dark Knight 62 to 63, Shadow of the Bat 29 to 30 and 32 to 35, Catwoman 12 through 13, Detective Comics 676 to 677 and 679 to 682, Robin 8 through 9 and 11 through 14, Showcase 94 issue number 10, Nightwing Alfred's Return number 1, and Batman The Vengeance of Bane 2 number 9.
What's the price that you have on this one? Because I got 100.
I got 100.
Okay, that means that it's gone up a penny. That damn inflation. That's awesome. You know, people ask me if I keep my originals because they don't like the new paper stock. I've actually replaced my originals from 1 and 2 with the new ones because it gives me a little bit more room on my bookshelf. Not the best reason because I understand, I also like the thick glossy paper stock from the first printings. But eventually, I got to make decisions and move things around. What's up, Omnibo? How you doing, buddy?
What's up, Bo? Good to see you.
I actually like Night's End. More
You're
so
the
than
only person I know who likes Night's End, Omar.
What? Night's End was awesome, man. Bruce is like, yo, my back is healed. And it's got this really weird Robin issue that has like John Cleary artwork
Yeah, it's got that.
Never really did anything outside of like he's doing. I don't even know what he does now. He went over to Image. We all thought when I was a kid that guy was going to be the next Todd McFarlane. But yeah, I was a big fan of this stuff, man. I like Knight's End. I don't have a problem with it. And Prodigal is one of the top 5 favorite DC Batman stories ever, which is included in this. Oh man, there's a beautiful scene between Nightwing and Bruce, like when they're arguing because he was like, "Why didn't you choose me to be like take over the cow?" I thought that was beautifully scripted and just I love that issue. If you haven't read it, oh man, it's good. It's good. I don't have a problem with Knight's End at all. You've never heard anybody likes Knight's End? I thought Night Quest was the problem.
No, I know the only people I know, Omar, are people who like the first third of the book, and that's it.
The first third of Knight's End?
Yeah, the first third of the whole Nightfall trilogy, if you want to call it that.
Oh, okay. Well, those people are wrong. That's okay. I know Jess loves it. Jess has a tattoo of Asbat on his
Asbat. Yeah. Wow. Gosh. Good memories of this, said no one in this house.
That's what I'm saying.
Like the whole period was just direct to me. But
it wasn't for this. Half the people reading Batman wouldn't be reading Batman, man. This
I know that's why it's a lot of people. It's their 90s introduction to Batman, so it's fine with me. It's just not for me, but I'm glad for everybody else that loves it so much because comics. So go for it. If you love it, go for it. Absolutely.
Heard it from the man.
I'm gonna make you read it for old reader, new reader. So you can learn to appreciate a good story again. All right, Dom. What is next, my friend? Not the only one this round.
Bar's got a great comment.
What's that?
Bar's comment 11:35. That's hilarious.
Someone loved me to the intensity which just hates Knightfall. Wow. You'll never find that kind of love, Bar. All right, Dom.
All right. We're going to direct our attention next to the Batman Year 3 Deluxe Edition.
Yes, baby.
Collecting Batman 436 to 439 with a brand new introduction by Associate Editor Dan Rappler and a new afterword by Pat Broderick, who illustrated this. This is by Mark Wolfman and Pat Broderick at $19.99, 112 pages, coming out on the 12th of August.
So this is collecting the classic Batman 436 to 439, and it's technically Robin Year 1. And much like Jeff Loeb and Tim Sell destroyed my beloved Batman Year 2, they destroyed this too with Dark City. So Long Halloween became like canon Batman Year 2, right? So I got rid of that story by Mike W. Barr, and Dark City became kind of Batman Year 3. So it kind of replaced this in canon. But this is still a great story. And I love those covers by George Perez, man. They're beautiful, beautiful covers. Like, yeah, this was I like this too. I like this too. Dixa. Dixa. Was that some kind of like Swedish porn I don't know about? Batman. Pat Broderick, underappreciated all-time great artist. He is a great artist. Dark Victory, sorry. Dark Victory, thank you. Not Dark City. Dark Victory is what ended up replacing Batman Year 3.
Protected at your front door.
Alexa, volume 0.
Yeah, living in the future.
Jeez.
All right, let's move on to the next book.
On to the next book, which is Wonder Woman by Phil Jimenez, Omnibus 2025 edition at $100 and 856 pages, collecting issues 164 to 188 of Wonder Woman, Wonder Woman Donna Troy, Wonder Woman Our Worlds at War #1, The Return of Donna Troy 1 through 4. Same material as the previous, of course, is coming out on the 12th of August.
So on my Saturday stream, Barr asked me what did I think of this, and I was honest with her. It is absolutely stunning artwork. But if you need a good night's rest, start reading Phil Jimenez's Wonder Woman because, oh my God. I love like lots of dialogue in my comics, but I don't Phil was going like, I think he was getting paid per word. It was so, because you're covering up so much of that beautiful artwork, and it doesn't need it. It took me a long time to get through this one. I remember it took me, I felt like I was reading a Silver Age book. I had to put it down a few times. Have you read it, Jess? Have you, Dom?
I have. Yeah, no, it took me like, I think 2 months to get through the whole run because I could not get through like one issue. Like this was like me reading at like 20 years old when I read this. And I kid you not, I tried to like look for other things to read because I was part of a book club. I was looking for other things to read that weren't this because of the amount of dialogue and boxes that were in this run alone. I think it's really well done if you take out that aspect of it. Like I like the stories. It's just that like when I like go down and read the script, I just couldn't, like my ADHD brain could not get through like one issue without hiccups here and there.
And I was pulling this at the time, and I stopped pulling it.
You were reading it when it was coming out monthly.
Yeah, and it just never captured my. You were right about the art. It was beautiful art.
And it's got like it's got a tie into the our Worlds at War, doesn't it?
Yeah,
I'm not mistaken. Yeah, because that's the one with where the Kingdom Come armor comes, and it's gorgeous, right? But it's just very I was not expecting that kind of story from Phil Jimenez. Yeah, a beautiful artwork, and honestly, with the John Byrne Wonder Woman omnibus, you're gonna have a lot of uninterrupted Wonder Woman in omnibus format. I think all we really need is that Mike Deodato Jr. Not Mike Deodato Jr. Yeah, Mike Deodato Jr. and William Messer-Loeb's run, and the run that Jerry Ordway's run. So you still need a few here and there. But it is coming back to print. It is definitely one that a lot of people have wanted, at least from the comments that I saw. Okay. Next,
we moving on, and we are on towards another one that was a big one for a lot of people. In coordination with the Superman run with Tamaki, we had Dan Jurgens running at the same time on Action Comics and his return to Superman at $125, 848 pages coming on the 5th of August. This is going to collect 957 and 976 of Action Comics Convergence Superman 1 and 2, which, as people might not know, those Convergence issues directly led to this run and Tamaki Rebirth. Justice League 52, which was taken away from the New 52 Justice League Omnibus Volume 2. Superman 18 through 19 is part of the Superman Reborn crossover, with all the continuity that bringing, spoiler alert, somebody from the past into the brand new post-Flashpoint universe. Superman, Lois, and Clark 1 through 8, Superman Rebirth number 1, pages from DC Rebirth number 1.
I think Superman, Lois, and Clark is the best thing Dan Jurgens ever wrote. So
that is one of my favorites, and I'm so glad. So I've been hush-hush about this one. I knew this was coming out. I did not know they were going to add Lois and Clark 1 through 8 in there, and I'm glad they did. I agree. Those are some of the best. This run is overshadowed, of course, by Superman, by Tamaki and Gleason, but this one is really good too. Yeah, I love it. I'm a fan of this one, and I'm glad it's coming out. I mean, it's not as strong as Peter Tomassi's run, but it's solid.
I actually found this to be a little bit better than Tomassi's run, to be honest with you, Omar.
I think Tomassi's had a lot. I don't know. I think Tomassi's had like that family type of dynamic that I like. This was fun, and I like what they do with the Superman New 52 story without spoiling what happens, because they had to wrap that up, right? Like, you can't have a world where there's like two Superman flying around. Omar's allergic to criticizing stuff. He loves everything so much. What? I don't love your mom that much.
Whoa! Sir!
He's criticized. Next.
Also, wait, real quick. I'm gonna rebut, and Omar, you gotta give Pat Gleason credit too, because he wrote all of those scripts as well with Tamaki. So,
oh yeah, absolutely. I mean, if without that run, we wouldn't have like Super Sons, which was one of my all-time favorites. But
all right, the first one from the speaking of the Absolute Universe. This is Absolute Batman, Volume 1, The Zoo, by superstar writer coming back to the DC Universe after 4 years. Scott Snyder and Nick Dragotta with Gabriel Hernandez Walta also joining on the art for issue number 4. This is coming out on the 5th of August. Also, along with this, you can get it in standard size hardcover or trade paperback, whatever format you wish to choose. This is going to collect issues 1 through 6 of the brand new Absolute Batman line.
Don't get me started on your mom, Bar. You better stay in your lane.
Dang, man.
Stay in your lane.
I wonder what.
All right. So this is something I've been waiting for because I haven't read a single issue of this.
So good, man. It's really good.
Everybody's been talking about it and asking my opinion, and I ain't got a damn opinion because I ain't read it. It looks cool. I know people were complaining about the I don't want to say girth.
Insignia?
I don't want to say girth.
The logo? Oh, how big he is. Oh, sorry. I just
yeah. So but I'm like, well, what about Dark Knight? I love the way he looks. The Frank Miller Dark Knight. That's what I get for trying to back and compliment the guy in charge of the stream. Okay, Kirk, I still love you too, man. But yeah, I'm excited to read it. Now, this is a standard size hardcover, right?
Yeah, it's standard size hardcover, also trade paper. So yeah, they're doing the same day for these. The next couple of ones, they're both standard day or standard size and trade paperback on the same day for release.
That's crazy, dude. Like they tried that before and they stopped. So I hope it works out this time. And I'm glad that they're doing it same day again, $17.99 and then $24.99. Now my question is to Jess, who's a collector but a reader as well. Which version will you get?
Oh, I'll get the hardcovers so you guys can get the Omnis.
They're already going to do Omnis for this.
I always get the hardcover because I'm so snooty. I'm like, oh,
same.
I'm too good for a trade paperback. I'll get the hardcover, even though it's the exact same dimensions. There's no benefit, and it's got glued binding, so it doesn't even matter.
I know.
Yeah, I'll get the hardcover, man.
Yeah, I'll get the hardcover of all these. No question. Oh, Absolute Superman's coming up. Yeah, I'll get the hardcover of that too.
Yeah, show us what's next, Dom.
All right, what's next on the docket is none other than the Superman part of the line by Jason Aaron and Rafa Sandoval, along with Carmine Di Giandomenico, covering for issue 6 and also issue 7 to be upcoming. Coming out on the 19th of August. You can get it also for trade paperback or hardcover, whichever you want to please. $24.99 for the hardcover, $17.99 for the trade paperback. This is going to collect Absolute Superman issues 1 through 6. This also, I go back between this and Wonder Woman as to which I like more, but this is super good. It might be my favorite Superman story written in the last 9 years.
Wow.
Yeah. One of the things that Jason Aaron said that inspired, two things that Jason Aaron said that inspired him for Absolute Superman was the Action Comics run that Grant Morrison wrote in 2011. Yikes. And the original Action Comics issues by Jerry Siegel and Joe Shuster. So,
wow, that's a big difference. When I read this comment, sorry, Omar, I'm just a trade paperback lowlife. Kind of remind, I don't know why I immediately thought of the Titanic. When you got the rich folk looking at the poor folk, then you got the people that are just running the ship with the coal. And I'm like, maybe that's where the essential folks belong, down there. And then you got the high society folks with the absolutes and limited edition absolutes, 1,993 copies absolutes. Another one I haven't read, so I'm excited to read it. 6 issues.
Right? 6 issues.
Yeah, I'm in.
I'm excited.
This is really good, guys.
So is he? I know that most of the time, writers can't answer. But is he in it for the long game?
Oh no, he I did an interview with him earlier this week, and he told me that he wants to be on this book as long as possible.
That's awesome.
Oh, yeah, I wasn't a fan of Grant Morrison's Superman, like the New 52 Superman, jeans and t-shirt Superman.
Oh man, no, it's got Golden Age written all over it. I told Jess this, but when I read through those early Superman issues from the Golden Age, I ended up liking it a lot more than I originally thought I would.
The Grant Morrison stuff?
No, the 1938 Siegel and Schuster stuff. Even though those issues took like 30 minutes to read.
Oh, God bless you.
I fell in love. Yeah, it's crazy. I didn't anticipate doing it, but there's just something about the leaping off of tall stuff instead of, flying to whatever planet needs.
Oh, yeah, that's right. That was before his origin, right? Because Superman is kind of like when they retconned his origin. Or wasn't he originally from the future, if I remember that, or something, another timeline in the Action Comics? Whenever they talk about it. It wasn't until Superman 1 when they kind of retconned like where he was from. I'm sure Jess remembers. Jess, do you remember that?
What are we talking about?
Superman in Action Comics, like the original Action Comics run before Superman 1 came out. What was the original origin of Superman before they retconned it in Superman 1? They gave you like a quick recap as to what happened and how he got his power.
Oh wow, I can't remember.
I thought it was like a different timeline or something like that. I can't remember either. It's been a decade since I sold those Golden Age books.
I thought they found him. They didn't find him as some baby in a ship.
In Superman is where you're introduced to the concept of the Kents. I remember that when they relaunched, when they kicked off Superman 1.
Oh, yeah, he was just a strange visitor from another planet or something.
Maybe, yeah, maybe they were just vague about it. It's been a long time since I read those books, and I don't plan on revisiting them unless Dom ever wants to stop doing the DC Finest, and I'll have to reread them.
Alas.
Am I mixing up dreams and reality? I do that all the time, man. That's what happens when I work by myself. How about any story, just your favorite comic? God Loves Man Kills. When is Mark Miller's Superman story coming out?
He's only teased it. We don't have any like release date set on it. I know that he's like
coming back to DC.
Yeah, he wants. It was either him or Pepe Larraz that said like they want to do a Black Label Superman book.
Okay, awesome. I guess. He had a run on Superman, didn't he, Mark Miller?
Very short stint in one.
The early aughts, I think. Yeah,
it was very, very short and stint.
Yeah. Interesting that he would want to go back and do a Superman story. I thought he had given up his DC and Marvel to do his own thing. All right, what is next, Dom?
Next is the last of the Trinity line by Kelly Thompson and Hayden Sherman, with Mattia de Ayulis taking over for issue 6 and 7. And Dustin Gwen is also, there's also like a little cute Diana snippets that they're doing on issue 6 and 7 as well. Anyways, this is Absolute Wonder Woman Volume 1, the last Amazon, coming out on the 12th of August. You can get it for $24.99, $17.99, depending on hardcover, standard trade paperback, whatever you want to buy there. Collecting issues 1 through 7 of Absolute Wonder Woman. There's also a brand new look at their trade dress for.
That Pegasus looks so boss.
Is really, yeah.
Have you seen any of the inside artwork, Jess?
I haven't seen anything. No.
I saw that.
Hayden Sherman's the GOAT, man. They are so good.
Yeah.
I've heard that this is the strongest. All three are great, but that this is the strongest. I'm really looking forward to this one.
I don't know. I haven't read any of it. So
me either.
What else is Absolute that's coming out? I know we
got Flash that came out this week by Jeff Lemire and Nick Robles. Martian Manhunter's coming out next month, and that's by Denise Kemp and Javi Rodriguez, although it's only 6 issues. And then we have Absolute Green Lantern, which is an ongoing by Al Ewing and Jonoy Lindsay.
Martian Manhunter. That's cool. Didn't expect Martian Manhunter to get a book. That's cool.
That is cool.
Well, I'm excited for this one. I like all the other creators. I like Scott Snyder, I like Jason Aaron, but I love Kelly Thompson and Hugh. I'm a huge fan of Hayden Sherman. Yeah, so I'm excited for this one. Oh, dude, Denise Camp is doing the Manhunter.
Oh, yep. Denise Camp, Javi Rodriguez on art.
Oh, dude, are you serious? Wait, is he joining Mark Waid on that History of the DC Universe? Who's the artist on that?
I just have those. Hold on. I have it on this site. Let's see. DC Universe at the bottom. I just span. Let me scroll up. Jerry Ordway and Todd Knock.
Ordway, really?
Yeah. You got your regular cover here by Chris Somney, Dan Mora, Ryan Sook with the variant, and everybody variant. Yeah. Dude,
that is crazy. Like, so somebody mentioned Pat Broderick being one of those underrated. I feel like the same about Jerry Ordway. I don't think Jerry Ordway gets the love that he deserves. He's such an underappreciated artist.
Most underrated artists of the 80s and 90s, honestly.
It's great. I love that. Ryan Sook, huh? That Wonder Woman cover's gorgeous.
Oh, yes.
Okay, let's keep going.
All right, next up, we got Mark Waid returning to Justice League with Justice League Unlimited, Into the Inferno. This is by Mark Waid and Dan Mora, so if you like what they're doing in Batman, Superman, World's Finest, and or Shazam, you might certainly like this. Also another standard hardcover, also trade paperback, same release date, $17.99, $24.99, 136 pages, collecting the first 5 issues of JLU.
Man, they're going all in with this hardcover, softcover release date. I hope it pays off. I hope it pays off and everybody benefits from it. I'm excited for this too. Yeah, I'm a big fan of the World's Finest, and I love their Shazam book.
I can't wait to read this too.
Voracious Reader, I see this all the time. Omar, you stole my man. Which one?
I'm supposed to be on a virtual call with her at noon to have coffee.
Oh, I'll give him back to you. I'm giving back to you.
No, it's okay. I told her.
Man. Ostrander, Close Wasteland, Omni, coming when? Of course. You're yelling already this morning.
Hey, never a better time to do it, to get everybody awake and live. Like, gosh.
Yeah. Please yell some more. Okay. Next, Dom.
All right, next up on the list, we got New Gods, Falling Sky. This might be my favorite ongoing right now at DC by Ron V. Whole host artist, but Evan Cagle is the main.
Is this the trade dress of the
All-In? This is the trade dress for All In. So you have it flip-flop, right? You have like the All In, like regular continuity DC books with the standard one.
Yeah, I noticed that. The Absolute have a different... Yeah, that's good. That's good to have a different design, of course. Wow, the artwork looks killer.
Dude, the insides are absolutely ridiculous. It's everything that you want out of it's like a Kirby meets Morrison-esque sci-fi book.
That is a lot of artists. Wow.
These guys, okay, keep in mind, these guys, like, they have, like, small, like, 3-4 page sequences. Evan Cagle's the main guy on the book.
And is it an ongoing series?
It's an, Romvy said that the book won't get renumbered if sales hit well, but he's planning to do this if it doesn't sell as high as DC wants to, he's planning to tell this in individual 12-issue seasons.
I love that. Tedward by Josh Penger, beautiful hardcover out now. Where does Harvey Pekar work? I always wonder, are you being sponsored by these small publishers? Here's a question for Jess. Jess, is it tough being the best comic book host on YouTube? Is it lonely at the top? Hashtag boycott Dr. Omar. Wow, that escalated quickly.
I did. I thought it was Magneto Mar. Where's the helmet?
Oh, my helmet's over there. This is a DC solicit. I can't wear that, man.
Oh, yeah.
Omar asked for yelling. Thank you, John.
Wow, all these people yelling this early.
New Gods is so good. All
It
right.
is really, dude, it is really good, man. They had special variants that were acetate, and that if you connected them, it like the back of the variants, it connects into like this beautiful art piece of like, hey, here's the brand new God with a message written like hidden in it, which is really cool.
Okay, let's go to what's next.
What is next for the crew? That is none other than Batman, Superman, World's Finest, Volume 7 Total Eclipso. Continuing Mark Waid, and actually, this is Dan Mora left off of the last volume, so we're going to have
got to work on Justice League. That man can't draw everything.
Well, also Superman. He's drawing Superman on Joshua Williamson's book, so collecting issues 31 to 34. And Green Lantern, Green Arrow, World's Finest Special. They don't credit it, but Jeremy Adams wrote this issue.
Oh, awesome. I like that guy.
I do too.
And a lucky viewer will be getting all these books for free. Is that what I said? Well, since Jess is the host, I will put him in charge of that. Top host, you get the top responsibility. I really thought he was going to say Total Eclipse of the Heart, too. I really thought Dom was going to go all the way, but he didn't. All right, let's keep going.
I can't sing at 9 a.m., man. That's like asking too much. Anyways, moving on, we got... So there's going to be another book that I think got marked as a hardcover in the Solicits, but I think is wrong. But anyways, we'll get to it when we get to it. Creature Commandos present Frankenstein, Agent of Shade, Book 2 by Lemire and Kint. $29.99, 304 pages, collecting Frankenstein, Agent of Shade 0, 8 through 16, Frankenstein, Flashpoints, and Creatures of the Unknown, a story from Young Monsters and Love #1.
Man, I'm so glad this is coming out. It's such a good and underrated series. Like, what? It was definitely one of my favorites from the New 52 era.
Is this... Wait, Book 2? What's Book 1? Has Book 1 already come out?
Yeah, I think so.
Lemire and Kint?
Yeah, Book 1 came out.
Yeah, it came out 2024.
Well, wait, huh? Okay.
You already have the trades, Jess.
Oh, I do have the trades from New 52. That's what this is, Volume 2
Yeah,
of?
yeah, that's what this is.
Okay.
Because those are long out of print.
Right, okay, got it. Okay, I thought there was a reason.
All right, Dom, take us to the next book, buddy.
This got marked as a hardcover.
Yeah, I noticed that
on the thing, but it's got a soft cover on Penguin Random House, so it's one of those weird wait and see ones. Nonetheless, this is Terrifics, the complete collection, coming out on the 29th of July, collecting Terrifics 1 through 30 and annual #1. Jeff Lemire writes the first 2 arcs of this. Apparently, Gene Luen Yang was a big Lemire fan and asked if he could take over the book, and he wanted to write the Fantastic Four, and this was his spot to do it, which is honestly like what this book is like. It's DC's version of the Fantastic Four.
Okay, I really like this series. If you haven't had a chance to read it, the trade paperbacks, I think there were.
I need to read it. I have it all. I need to read it.
Yeah, I thought there's. I think there's a total of 3 or 4. But it's a great series, especially if you like Mr. Terrific.
True thing.
Next
up on the list is Nubia, Too Real, OGN by L. McKinney, Robin Smith, and Manu Azumi, coming out on the 2nd of September. This is going to be one of those digest-sized books. So for anybody who collects those or reads those, or maybe wants to explore DC's OGN line, this is the book for you.
This is a follow-up or the original?
No, this is a standalone, whatever you want to call it.
Okay. Thought they had done that before. All right, what's next?
All right. Next up on the list is another OGN, which is Robin, Teen Titans Robin by Kami Garcia and Gabriel Piccolo. Love Gabriel Piccolo's art. Guy who used to do fan art of the Teen Titans, got scooped up and decided, hey, like DC's doing some original graphic novels for the Teen Titans, let me go do them. $16.99, 208 pages. If you are interested in, if you like the Teen Titans 2003 show, you'd like this.
This is the team that did like Raven Loves Beast Boy and stuff.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Okay, Dom, what's next?
All right, because Omar is out. I don't know if Bar's here, but I don't think they like.
Sorry.
We got.
Go on.
We got Harley Quinn Volume 1, Destructive Comics by Elliot Kalan and Mindy Lee as part of the DC All-In Initiative. They're coming out on the 29th of July. This is going to collect Harley Quinn 44 to 49.
I will get it. Bar will not. She's a fake fan.
That's right.
All right.
Next up, we got another all-in book, which is the Civil Corps by Jeremy Adams and Philip Kennedy Johnson, and Mariko returning with Salvador LaRocca and V. Ken Marion, collecting 16 through 18 of Green Lantern, Civil Corps Special 1, and Fractured Spectrum number 1.
And this is the Green Lantern Corps, is that still ongoing?
I just started, but yeah, it's an ongoing. It's running alongside the
Green Lantern.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm enjoying the Green Lantern. I like Jeremy Adams. I like what he's bringing to the character. So the Harley run is that bad, Jess?
I actually haven't read it. Bar's been reading it in singles and doesn't like it at all.
Who's the writer?
Elliot Kalan, who was a former Daily Show writer.
Oh, okay.
2000, yeah.
Gotcha. Okay, I remember when we were talking about that.
We were talking about that.
Okay, so next.
All right, next up we got Creature Commandos, DC Horror Presents by the guy who
Yeah,
played
Okay.
the schizophrenic.
That guy is great, man. I love his Count Crowley. I don't know if
Yeah.
y'all read it.
Yeah.
that's
Dark
so
Horse,
good.
solid, man. And I can see it working. I can see this comic. I'm excited to read this then. I didn't know he was writing it.
Yeah, it's 1999, collecting the 6-issue Creature Commando series.
Okay. And we got Batman Tom King Book 2.
We got Batman Tom King Book 2. So if you are collecting those trade paperbacks, this is the next one on the list. Collecting the Flash button crossover and Good Boy Annual from Batman Annual number 1, along with issues 21 through 40.
Okay. So these I think are just reprints, aren't? No, they're thick books, aren't? Yeah, 21 through 40 in the Flash. Yeah, so they're even mapped different than the trade paperbacks. All right, next, Dom.
Next up, we got Batgirl, Stephanie Brown, Volume 2.
Yes. Good.
So if you are missing those old trade paperbacks, there is a brand new edition coming on the way that you'll be able to pick up. Doesn't look like they changed anything, though. They just added the bullet logo on the top left. Collecting Batgirl 13 to 24, Bruce Wayne, The Road Home Batgirl, and a story from Batman Incorporated, Leviathan Strikes number 1.
I love that Dustin Wynn cover. I'm hoping one day that will be an omnibus. I'm surprised they have not reprinted yet the Red Robin stuff by Chris Yost and then Fabian Nicieza. Those are long out of print. At least these have come out before and reprinted. Yeah.
I think we only got like 4 of those trade paperbacks for the Red Robin by Yost and Nicieza run, right? And that was
yeah,
it.
and he was part of a crossover too. So I would love to see all that collected one day. Yeah, I'm a big fan of this run.
I'm a big fan of the era where Bruce Wayne was just gone and Gotham had to rebuild somehow without him. Like you got Gotham City Sirens running at the time. Grant Morrison gone, Batman and Robin. I think really the only stinker for me in the whole era was Tony S. Daniels' Batman run. But otherwise, I'm like, it's pretty good stuff.
Kenny saying that he just looked at the Lunar websites, Alyssa's that posted a few minutes ago, and it seems that Tom King Omni is back to 150 at 1,008 pages. Guess we can't decide. That's the same. Yeah, that's what the information we got from DC too. But I don't know. I don't know what it's gonna be. Sometimes they'll bring it down at the last minute. All right. Next, Dom.
Next up, we got Batman Brave and the Bold, Legends of Justice, part of their Batman Brave and the Bold ongoing series with Batman teaming up with another person, because that is Batman. This is coming out August 12th, I can't speak. August 12th, 1999, 184 pages.
Okay. And at this moment, I just want to remind you all to smash that like button, please. That goes
Helps
along
out the channel, helps out a lot.
Yeah. And next, Dom?
Next up, we got Justice League International Book 2 Around the World 2025 edition by Keith Giffen, Jim DeMatteis. I cannot speak today. $39.99, 576 pages. Justice League International 18 through 27, Europe 1 through 6, and annual number 1 are in here.
I am really, really surprised that they did not rebrand this as a DC Finest. But I guess the mapping of the DC Finest will be different than the mapping of these books.
Yeah, it definitely will be. Because they're calling the DC Finest stuff, like when we get to it, I mean, they're calling it JLA and not JLI. So I'm assuming like when you get to that era, it's going to be a lot different.
Well, unless they do something like Marvel did with the Epics, right? And split up X-Men, New X-Men, Astonishing X-Men. They could just call it DC Finest JLI.
Exactly.
All right.
All right. Next up, we got Red Hood Outlaws, Volume 4. This is a webtoon. If you are a big fan of Jason Todd, I would direct this to Your Case by Patrick R. Young. $14.99, 208 pages, collecting issue or episodes 34 to 46.
Okay. Next.
Compendium of Superman, The City of Tomorrow by Joe Kelly, Jeff Loeb, and a whole bunch of other different creators at $59.99, 1,040 pages, collecting Superman 151 to 159, Adventures of Superman 573 to 581, Action Comics 760 to 768, Superman Man of Steel 95 to 103, Y2K number 1, Metropolis Secret Files number 1, and a story from Secret Origins of Supervillains 80-page giant number 1.
So it seems like what they did for this was put the two thick trades of this era together. And this is the beginning of the Jeff Loeb and Joe Kelly, Ed McGuinness era of Superman. Mark Miller. This is the Mark Miller stuff. At one time, this was going to be an omnibus. It looks like it's now a compendium. I mean, they may change their minds later on, but yeah. Okay.
Another one that we also wish was an omnibus, but well, I guess we'll take it when we can get it. Swamp Thing by Rick Veit, Book 2, Synchronicity, $29.99, 488 pages. This is collecting Swamp Thing 74 to 79, annual number 4, and Hellblazer 6 through 12.
Yeah, volume 3 will be the one that has the issue that was never printed. So
okay, that's the one I'm waiting for. I think I have these first two already.
Is this stuff going to be in DC Finest with Adventures of Superman? I assume one day. It's just, I don't know. It's like it's the same question with Omnis and Epic Collections at Marvel. When people ask, just get it while it's available in the format it's available, because you never know. I mean, if you think about it, we got a mathematician watching. If you've got two DC Finest Superman books coming out a year with 40 plus issues, I hate to say this, some of us will not see the end of that run from from the 30s all the way to 2011. I mean, that's just basic.
It's okay.
I'm talking about myself. Like, I'm 47. I don't think I'll see the end of that. If they're doing 2 Superman DC Finest a year, yeah, when I'm 90, maybe.
Yeah, I've already given up on.
I've been collecting the Carl Barks library collections from Fantagraphics for 12 years now, and we still haven't. I think we got 2 more years before we wrap it up, and it's gonna be amazing. That I can wait for. But I guess if you're a young buck and you're just now getting into the game, yeah, you could wait for the DC Finest Superman collections. Yes. I was talking about myself. I was not wishing anyone death. Just a realist when it comes to these things. Some things I'm not gonna see, and that's okay. That's okay. So get it while you can is all I'm saying. Get it while you can, baby. All right, Dom. Next, my friend.
All right, time to talk about the 2 DC finest that we saw not too long ago in those juicy, steamy solicits. The first of which is JLA, The Return, collecting the literal tail end of the Jerry Conway run, which leads into J.M. DeMatteis's solo issues of JLA. $39.99, 584 pages, collecting 241 to 261 of JLA, annual number 3, and Infinity Inc. number 19.
If you don't have the Justice League Detroit era omnibus, this is that era right there. So if you have like Bronze Age 1, 2, and 3, and I think we need a 4th one, right? Just to like line it up perfectly with Detroit.
Mm-hmm.
Goes into the whole JLI. All right. Still with the price of $39.99. That is kicking all kinds of asses, man, for 584 pages. It's a good deal.
Yeah, these are.
What is next, Dom?
Next up, we got Blue Beetle. Blue Beetle challenges the Red Knight. This is original Charlton Comics and Dan Garrett. Yeah, 368 pages on the smaller side, but you get never before reprinted issues of Blue Beetle 1 through 5 from 1964, and then when they renumbered after their anthology series 50 to 54 and early Ted Cord stories from Captain Atom 83 to 86, Blue Beetle 1967 1 through 5, and Charlton Bullseye number 1.
Dude, I haven't read a single one of those things.
No way. Wow. Any of that Charlton stuff. Charlton.
My a friend of mine who lives up in Canada, really good friends with him. He has every single single issue appearance of both Booster Gold and every Blue Beetle, like from Dan Garrett to Jaime Reyes to Ted Cord. He showed me some of these, like they were like, super battered up single issues. I was just like, I want to read those someday. I don't know when, but I'll read them someday, and I guess I'll get a chance to here. So
look at that lineup, man. Steve Ditko.
Yeah.
Dan Reed.
What if they're gonna redo? I wonder if they're gonna put out his question stuff.
I hope so.
I am curious how they're going to handle the things like Captain Marvel that they kind of gave, or the pre-Batman Detective era. Because I mean, those books got canceled because of racial stereotypes, if you will. And I wonder how they'll handle it in DC Finest, because what they're building is like, they are mapping these things and they're not leaving any issues out.
Well, the other cool thing about DC Finest is that, I mean, for like the most part, I mean, they even say like for all the ones that were printed Bronze Age and before that, for purposes like, there's stuff in them, but they leave them as B for full transparency. There's just like a warning at the beginning. So
that's interesting. Okay.
And then last but not least from the set, we do have a compact edition of The New Frontier.
Nice.
Oh, beautiful book. Well, what does it include? Does it say?
Just regular. No, it doesn't say, but it's just regular.
It doesn't have the special.
I'm just assuming it's just New Frontier 1 through 6.
Okay. Cool. Great way to get into these stories. All right.
Or you can buy the Absolute edition at, what is it, $100? $125? Something like that?
Yes, if you need readers, get the Absolute edition. If you're a young buck waiting on DC Finest to release all of Superman, get you that compact and save some money. Although Darwin Cook's artwork really benefits from that oversized art, man.
Also,
it's so good.
A great animated cartoon. Animated part of the animated universe.
Yeah, I haven't seen it.
Really?
I don't watch DC cartoons really. I think I made the mistake of trying to watch Batman the Killing Joke, and I stopped that. I was like, nope. I don't think they get it. I'm getting the Absolute of this. Good for you. The Doctor Strange by Jed McKay, will I compare to the Spines? If I get them from Marvel, I will. I don't know when I think it's due out in June, maybe? Or no, it's not. It's not out.
I have it got hold on. I got an actual date on this. Doctor Strange by Jed McKay is coming out on the 23rd of September. So
it'll be a while.
Oh,
I'll do it a week before it comes out. That's usually when I do them. I'll be sending your gifts next week on our late birthday gift. Oh, thank you, man. That's so sweet of you. Omar, you haven't seen it? What do you mean? Fake fan? Wow. I didn't know.
Strong words, Jean-Remy.
Wow, dude. I don't know. I think, okay, let me see. Out of the new, outside of the classic Batman Mask of the Phantasm, which is still the greatest Batman movie ever made, I haven't seen a lot of the new stuff. Like, I think I watched part 1 of the Red Hood story.
Are you talking about the animated movie?
And Doom. Doom is what they made Tower of Babel. Yeah.
Justice League Doom. Yes, sir.
That was Dwayne McDuffie's last thing that he worked on before he passed away, was the adaptation of Tower of Babel. But yeah, I'm just, I don't know. I never got around to watching it. Not a door. Why doesn't that surprise me?
That's offensive.
Not a dark. Nothing Warren says surprises me.
What did he? Wait, oh my!
Not a fan of breathing. Yeah, not for me. I don't like this whole oxygen thing. It's not working out.
Not a fan of food. Anything tasty.
It's your fault you decided to watch an adaptation.
Yeah, that's a not.
What are you talking about? Mark Hamill and Kevin Conroy coming back to do voices of one of my favorite stories of Batman? Of course I was going
here's the thing, Omar. Like, I think if you just take out the third of the movie, like, it works fine. It's just that the first third of the movie bogs everything down so bad.
Long Halloween and Watchmen 2-parters were pretty good. I haven't seen. They did an adaptation of Watchmen.
Yeah, they're doing it as part of like their brand new or their post New 52 or DC AMU universe. So
that's right, man. Batman Knights and fans stick together. Thank you, Rohan. What's up, Bruce? I will be sending you gifts. I'm afraid of what you're
sending. Like the big standee of Alf and all the Trouble books and stuff.
Yes, sir.
Oh my gosh! I'm so glad he didn't.
Why am I getting called out on my birthday month, guys? He's a Transformers fan and hates Perceptor, and is supposed to be an X-Men fan and
Dang. Omar's getting destroyed.
Soft serve.
No, don't get them started on soft serve.
Let's go. No. Let's go, Omar. I have
5 fans, including Dom, will yell at you.
I want soft serve right now,
dude. If Bruce sends me Fallout Boy albums, I will burn them in front of Amanda to make her cry.
Make it live though.
Make it live. Oh, wow, that's harsh. That's harsh. I misgendered one mutant. I still don't know what soft serve is. It ain't my fault they appear in the background. Omar, watch any of the DC animated movies before 2016, their peak. I know they had like a digital bundle too, just recently. Had vet bills recently, so sending the French SF for Melanie's birthday instead this year. What? Okay, that's okay. I hope your pets are okay, man. I can't believe you're calling me out because I don't like Perceptor. Guy's a freaking nerd. I can't stand that character. Have you guys read Moon Knight by Jed McKay? I want to read it.
Yeah.
It's really good, man.
You all think. Thanks in advance.
Totally great.
It's good. He simplifies the character for you, so you don't have to worry about like, oh, that's a spoiler. Hold on a second. It's a good jumping on point. I'll say that. The character and how he works, and then the complexity is built on that, like that strong start. I will say that. Omar, your cancellation has come.
Here.
My
doing it live.
My cancellation started back in 1994, probably. Thank God for Polaroid pictures. Omar, watch any DC animated movies.
You already read that.
I did that. I did watch Young Justice. It's the movies I haven't watched. I loved Young Justice. I thought it was
all 4 seasons.
Yeah, the ones that DC. Well, was it DC on? What the heck did it come on?
DC Universe.
Yeah, man. Guys,
you know what?
I don't like Cyclops.
That's me.
Yeah, I like Wolverine.
That's my thing, not Omar's.
That's like mixing up Punchline and Harley, whatever the hell.
Harley Quinn. Let's go. That should be the next arc of Harley Quinn, so we can get Barr to like Harley Quinn again as a title.
Harvey Quinn.
Harvey Quinn.
Omar gets canceled every other week. Yeah, people have tried, man. I don't get it. I'm such a nice guy. Cyclops is the best X-Man. Fight me. I mean, sure.
You're in Australia. How are we going to fight you?
With a kangaroo. Send over a kangaroo to Australia.
One of the funniest memes, I think it was Oddfell that sent me, was it was a clip. The guy was like, people guys that like Cyclops like cops. I was like, wow. Young Jess, young Dom, old man Omar. Thanks a lot, Phil. I appreciate that.
Love you, Phil.
I appreciate that. English, Omar, do you speak it? I quote that all the time with my children. Oh, you're a nice guy. You told me to read year 2. Yes, I did. It's not my fault you got bad taste in good books.
You know what though, Omar? Like nowadays, you have the Mark Wade card to like throw around to people saying that they don't like year 2. So,
what's the Mark Wade card?
He went on us on the DC Finest live stream, and he talked about like how he enjoyed Mike Barr's writing and also Mask of the Phantasm.
Yeah, dude. And I said, I got an idea for you, Mark. Hear me out. Batman and Robin, year 2. Return of the Reaper. And he was like, I don't know about that. What, dude? If that comes out, that was my idea. You're welcome.
Never say never. We got Chris Somney working on a DC book now, so
I would love it. What do you think the next modern Batman omnibus? Ron V, right?
Ron V's already confirmed that his is coming out. I would like to see
Chip Zdarsky. I mean, he's wrapping up his run before Hush, and we know Hush is going to be released in every
2SH, Omar. Hush 2.
I'm not doing that. So, modern run post New 52? Is that what you want to know? Or are you talking about post War Games?
We never got David Finch's Dark Knight in an Omni, although I don't think people are clamoring for it. But hey, we got Tony S. Daniels' Detective coming out in an omnibus.
Oofa.
Yeah. Daniel's very hit and miss with me. I like some of his stuff. It's got great artwork. David Finch, I can say I wasn't a fan of that Dark Knight. That's the one that he wrote with his wife, right?
No, that was Wonder Woman.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Dark Knight, the only thing I remember about that run was the Snow Bunny character, whatever, White Rabbit.
No, White Rabbit is Spider-Man.
No, what's her name?
It's not Snow Bunny, because that's a nickname.
Hold on.
How's that Batman War Games era? I don't know anything about it. I happen to like it.
No, Omar, I am right. It is White Rabbit. White Rabbit is a DC character that was created by David Finch in 2011.
And she looks like, she doesn't have the white face. Like she just has the bunny ears, right?
Yeah, correct.
Wow, how did I forget about a memorable character like White Rabbit?
It's the only thing that people remember about the run.
I just thought White Rabbit was the Marvel character. Then again, you can't patent the names White Rabbit, right? Anybody can have a White Rabbit. Yeah, she's just a Playboy bunny. Okay. Yeah, Snow Bunny means something specific.
Listen, man, it is 9 and I haven't had my cup of hot chocolate yet.
Following Omar's suggestion, Batman and Robin year 2, Mark immediately picked up his phone and said, "Sorry, I gotta take this." And he did, man. He was gone. He was like, "That's a good that idea is gonna bring us millions of dollars." White face. That's what she did. She paints her face white. I'm not saying. You know what? I'm done talking. I did not forget White Rabbit. White Rabbit is a Spider-Man villain. I forgot about David Finch's run, just like a lot of people that read it. Omar, do you think Legends of the Dark Knight would be collected in Omni format? Remember it being voted in? Yeah, I think they'll do that one day. And it can be a standalone up until the crossovers, right? The crossovers is when it starts getting funky.
I wouldn't see why they wouldn't.
I hate it what one character did in War Games. Unforgivable. Oh, I love that you're keeping it. Okay. There are two moments in War Games that are very problematic. And I can't spoil what happens. But one of them is disrespecting one character that I happen to like. And the other one, I did not see that character doing something like that. I thought that was messed up. But I see what you mean. Yeah, there were two moments that I had a problem with. War Games, honestly, I liked most of it. I liked where it went. So I'm excited for the Omnibus, yeah. Apparently, there were more than one problems. I got retcon a year later, though. Right, but at the moment, it was like not a good idea. War Games was the crossover that took place after No Man's Land. It was like, think of like Spider-Man's like gang war, where all the gangs are trying to fight for the Black Mask kind of took over. Okay, so now Aaron is saying, yeah, that's what we got, Aaron, was the Tom King 150,008 pages. That's the information we got, but PRH is showing something else. Omar, thoughts on Dom? I thought it was Dom. Dan Jurgens' store run. Where does it rank among your other? Actually, I dig a lot of what he did. I really like John Romita Jr. too, because he brings in that Kirby like style to a lot of those characters. I really like the first half. Second half was okay, and it had some great art. Second half still has like Andy Kubert on artwork. And then of course Michael Avon Oming took over the run and did his version of Ragnarok. Are the DC solicits done now or more to come?
That's it.
Oh, we're done. We're done. You can go home now. Let's go to sleep. Don't forget to hit that like button. Oh, I would love to see a Ed Brubaker and Greg Rucka Gotham Omnibus. That would be killer, man. That would be killer. I would love to see that. And throw in those issues too by Brian K. Vaughan. Yeah. Was this the last solicit on the list? That was it. That was the last one was the DC Compact stuff. This will be available everywhere now because DC gave them to us a little bit late than they're used to giving it to us. And then we'll have the full catalog soon. Dom may be dropping some stuff on the channel here and there. Or maybe I know that we do a recap of the entire catalog. That'll probably be sometime next week. I love you too, Justin. I love you. I love all of you. Except for that one guy that was going off on me about the spines. But that was a long time ago. Bet he's still watching, though. Does the Giffen DeMatteis JLI era stay consistently good? I like the first Omni, but I'm looking. Oh, absolutely. Yeah. Volume 3 has less of them, but still, like, the JLI stuff is solid. I like the second part of Jurgens a lot better. It's different and unique. Yeah, I liked it too. I didn't think it was as strong as the first, though. Oh, that's first part was good. I semi like you. Oh, Steven, Ed 2, Steven. Streaking the Super Cat would make a short work of those white rabbits. All right, Bar, what do you got? Omar, don't lie. We prefer you as a grumpy old man. I'm not grumpy. I'm happy all the time. It's just you that really
wait. Omar, since we're here to talk about solicits, can I show Jess the brand new David Nakayama covers that were recently solicited?
Yes.
I don't know. Must have inherited from my mom and dad. Thank you for that. Yeah. Go ahead and show him.
Okay, let's see if I can.
Sandman is a rocky place right now, but I really hope
these are DC ones.
Wait, I'm not keeping up with everything, but the last thing I saw about, if you're talking about Neil Gaiman, of course, was he's got a counter lawsuit going on. So I don't know what's going on like outside of that. The reprint poll will start in April. Actually, we're starting next Sunday. Curtis and I are going to kick off we're starting with the Marvel Epics since everything has been announced as far as Epics. And we'll do Marvel Omnis, Marvel New Omnis, DC Omnis. Woo!
It's a lot of polls. But yes, let me show Jess.
You already baited me on the Emma Frost ones.
I did.
What?
Here's the first one, Jess. This is for
Hey,
Wonder
buddy,
Woman.
watch those hands.
Yeah, what are you doing in there, Steve Trevor? Get out of there.
I love that you knew that was Steve Trevor. Like, right off. I could tell by his military ranking. Okay.
Yeah, she
All
looks.
right, so there's one more. This is one
Are
for
you a
Harley.
David Nakayama?
Oh, yeah. He does so many great Harley covers right now. That's beautiful. Beautiful.
For every cover Dom shows Jess, Omar needs to show a Joe Mad cover. Oh, yes, I can tell Jess how proportions work in physics.
Hey, that was hard to see.
Janet Jackson homage. Oh, that would have been awesome.
Oh my god. What a reference.
Do you remember they did Jason Pearson, the late Jason Pearson did that for Gen 13. It was one of the 13 variant covers back in the 90s. Replace Steve's face with
Oh, great idea. Get to work on that, James. Thank you.
Yeah, I think James is on top of that.
Yeah.
As I said, the variant covers is the best thing currently on.
I feel like that's been the best thing though since when did it start? 2021.
Did you guys pick up the DC Finest Harley Quinn? You and
I did. I'm reading it right now.
It's got some classic stuff. Man, Paul Dini is such a great guy. I had the privilege of interviewing him, and such a nice dude. And after the interview, we started talking about like reasons he doesn't go to conventions anymore. And I really felt for him. I'm like, what? This is ridiculous. But one of the things we talked about, I was like, during the live stream, I was like, I was never going to put you on the spot. Or during the interview, I was like, I was never going to ask you while I was recording what I would like to see you on. But I brought up, I was like, I would love to see you do a Daredevil, like a long arc on Daredevil. And he told me, he was like, there were actual pitches for that. I actually have pitches for that, but there's a reason why he couldn't do one of them. I can't say the rest, but one of them was because he's like, they used the exact same idea for this season of Born Again, where it's got the Kingpin and Daredevil sitting at the kitchen or at that diner, just having a conversation. But the other stuff, yeah. So I'm hoping one day they let him write that. He's got other ideas, and he's got more things coming out this year and next year. So,
good,
great man. One of my favorite creators. Love that guy.
Same.
Is there anything else, Dom?
Actually, somebody asked us a question.
Fire away.
Oh, there we go. How much of Gail Simone's Wonder Woman run do we need to have? Yeah.
Well, DC finds map different because they put miniseries and stuff in there. So I maybe one more, right?
Yeah, I think it collects up to I think it's issue 35 it leaves off. There's only like 10 or so issues that they need to collect in DC Finest for Wonder Woman before that wraps up. Okay. I'm assuming that the next, based on page count, how many issues there are, is going to the next DC Finest after that would collect the last 8 issues or 8 to 10 issues that they have on that, and then into J. Michael Straczynski's run with her in the leather jacket and the pants right before New 52.
Oh yeah, I remember that Jim Lee design.
Indeed.
Yeah, I'm 38. I didn't realize I needed reading glasses for years. Just got some and it changed my life. Can I recommend that comic fans take care of their health? Yes, you can recommend that. Absolutely. I've got my readers over there. I don't think Jess needs them. He's got good eyesight, actually.
So far.
Yeah, I don't know how.
I need glasses. I can't see without them.
Have you guys ever come across Thor Tales of Asgard, Lee and Kirby, but recolored by Matt Milla? It's beautiful. No, I have not. On a serious note, you three are awesome and have helped me so much through all the craziness in the past 5 months. Thank you guys so much. And much love back to you, man, and your family, Matt. Hope you're doing better, buddy.
Same.
I dropped Saladin Ahmed's Daredevil. Putting Dini on the book would bring me right.
Yeah, man. Same, John.
Dini on a Daredevil book? Forget it. I think everybody would. DC people that don't even buy Marvel comics will be buying it up.
Who would you want on the art for that, though, Omar?
And we love you right back, Justin. That's a tough one. Because I always wanted to see like an Eastman and Laird one shot. But a monthly ongoing with Paul Dini. Oh, I know Dustin Wynn just went on a whole rant about Marvel, but
yeah,
I like Dustin Wynn a lot. I like Dustin Wynn a lot.
Yeah.
Maybe him and Paul Dini together. Probably because that was the same team that did like
on Detective, yeah.
Yeah, that was such a good story, man. Matt Wagner, somebody like that. Maybe if not, Dustin Wynn. What about you, Jess? What kind of team? Who would you team up?
Paul Dini?
Yeah.
On Daredevil?
If that were to ever happen.
Bruce Timm.
Whoa.
Oh, cartoony Daredevil vibes. Okay, I like it.
Yeah,
I like it.
Marvel's just writing those checks, man. That would be awesome. Paul Nightwing too. Dan Moore isn't doing enough. Yeah,
Yeah, right.
Hey, you know what? Yeah, make it 3 books. That man can do it.
Thank you, Joe. Have you guys read Drifter with Nick Klein on art? I like Nick Klein. I haven't read Drifter.
I don't think I have either.
Jorge Fornes. Bruce Timm too busy with his Batman Batgirl ship. I think Dini seems semi-retired, and him and Tim have beef over the creation of Harley. What?
They do?
I hope not. Any news on Marvel reprinting Stan Lee and Jack Kirby Thor omnibuses? Depends on the reprint poll. Daniel Warren Johnson would be awesome. I got one better.
Right, I'm writing it.
And actually, this character needs it. And I don't know if John's still here. Daniel Warren Johnson on Iron Man. That would be killer, man.
That would be cool.
Like, and the character really needs like a big like name like that too. Do the Batman Deluxe editions have the entire annual issues? I think they do, but somebody just said that Elmer Fudd isn't collected on there.
Elmer Fudd's not in them.
No.
Yeah.
So the omnibuses will be a lot more complete than the deluxes.
Romero, I feel like it's a good one. I like that too.
Yeah, but he's busy making TV money now.
Romero is? What's he?
Yeah, he's the lead designer for the Spidey show.
Yeah, but man, you've had that happen before with like Steve Scrooge working on the Matrix, and you've got what's his name, David Mack doing. So TV money only lasts so long. You need stability. We'll get Leonardo Romero back.
Will we?
Every day there's going to be a new Marvel announcement up until the 27th, I think.
We have a lot of stuff upcoming, Logan. It's going to be good.
Tomorrow there'll be one before I go live. So I say schedule them at 6 a.m., but it's me literally waking up at 5:59 going, oh, God, which video am I posting? I remember one time I almost made a mistake and posted the wrong video that hadn't been approved by legal yet. And I was like, oh, crap. And then I think somebody caught the wrong one way early. That was a big mistake. But yeah. Every day, and then we'll have some DC stuff, and then we'll be looking at both catalogs. So yeah, can't wait to talk about everything when it's all said and done. But on that note, I just realized it's 12:41, and I gotta get going because I gotta meet someone for lunch. But I want to thank my wonderful co-hosts that last minute were up to do this crazy little thing with me. Because normally, like I said, we get this early on Thursday. We're able to record and edit, and it'll go on Patreon, and then it'll be live at 6 a.m. But we just got this like 45 minutes, 45 before I decided like, oh, let's do it live. We'll do it live.
I kid you not, like Omar, like I got a phone call, right? And I thought like it was like my Pokemon alarm waking me up. I usually have Pikachu as an alarm. But no, it was the usual Omar ringtone. I was like, what the heck is he calling me at 7 whatever for? And I was like, bro, he just woke me up. And Omar was like, oh, good deal. I need you for something. And he got my ass on my computer like 10 minutes after he woke me up. So yeah, here I am, and happy to be here, I guess.
I'm happy too.
It's different how you explain that. Like when I call Jess usually answers phones. Everything okay? Because we're at that age, right? You're like, oh man, my Pokemons are going off. Anyway, everybody have a wonderful day. Smash that like button on the way out. Check out these wonderful folks and their channels, which is Jess. Where's your channel?
OmniDogs Vault on YouTube. Thank you, James. OmniDogs Vault on YouTube and on Instagram, and I have a Discord. Thank you for having me on.
Absolutely. Dom, where can people find you, my friend?
You could also find me at my own channel. Actually, James, if you can link the DC solicitations to cr.com, they are officially live and whatnot. You can view them at your own behest. It's got all the single issues there too. So hardcovers, trades, singles. It's all there. You can view it. Would help us out. We'd like to be the people's #1 choice for them over other sites, I'll just say. So appreciate
that's
it.
where I send everybody. I don't know any others. And I'll be honest with you, I don't know any other site anymore.
There's other sites than comic releases?
I couldn't tell you. Anytime, like I've got
There are. I ain't telling people about them. I only tell people about comic releases.
I'll tell you this. I just had an email with somebody that used to watch my shows a few years ago, and they stopped because, you know, they got out of collected editions, and the email started with "I'm back," and he wanted to know, like, how do I keep up with like all the releases? Do you have like a place? And I'm like, actually, I have the perfect place. After I make announcements, everything here is listed, and yeah, comic releases. So that's it, everybody. Because Omar sucks.
Oh, she's not a
I
mod.
can't make you a mod, Bar. That's impossible. That's too much power for one person. James is my mod. He does okay. All right, everybody. We are out of here. Have a great day. I'll see you tomorrow at 11 a.m. Eastern time. And